Fuck Batman.
Oh, yes, the Edge. Fuck Batman. Right out of my Teen Titans fan fiction. Oh, baby.
Man, I fucking wish I liked Titans. I want to be excited for Season 3, but I'm not. Because the teaser trailer genuinely looks pretty interesting to me. They're introducing the Red Hood, which is one of my favorite characters. They've even released images of Starfire, her sister, and Red Hood's outfits. And I gotta say, they look pretty good. I see this stuff, I get interested, but there's just one issue. I've tried watching this show several times, and I can't make it past Season 1. I always give up. And I've also seen several clips from Season 2, mainly the action scenes. And even though it intrigues me because I like the characters that are in those scenes, because I've seen them from the cartoons and comics, I just know what the actual quality of the show is, and I don't think it's worth sitting through to see these cool moments. I think I just pissed off several people by saying that, because this show surprisingly has a pretty strong fan base. I mean, it's just strong enough that it's one of the few shows that HBO Max moved over from DC Universe, and decided to actually continue. And on top of that, they're about to premiere Season 1 and 2 on TNT. And honestly, that's kind of what prompted me to make this video. I saw the advertisements for that, and people talking about it online, and I remember that many people have asked me for my opinion on the show, and I never really talked extensively about it because, well, I never finished it. The furthest I've gotten was episode 8 or 9. The one where they're at the asylum. And since the show is on my mind, and Season 3 is about to premiere, I might as well tell you guys what I always thought of the show. And keep in mind, this is coming from a guy who didn't finish Season 1, because I couldn't bring myself to do it. It feels like a CW show with a bigger budget and slightly better writing. Just slightly better. I feel the first season, from what I saw, tried to appeal to a more mature audience by being edgy. Similar to how some of the DC animated movies have been for the last couple years. The show will sometimes have its characters say needless swear words. And the violence can be bloody, but sometimes it's so bloody it's kind of funny. Like there'll be CGI blood splatters that to me would sometimes make it look more silly. I think it's funny that Warner Bros. Will let a DC TV show be darker and edgier, but yet for the DC movies, it's like they want them to be brighter and lighthearted. Keep in mind, this show premiered after Justice League, which was an MCU clone if I ever saw one. I just think it's kind of funny, that's all. Not to mention the CGI and special effects are so hit and miss in this series. It'll either look pretty good or pretty bad. Now I think the main plot could be interesting, you know, with Raven and her father and whatnot, but it's not really executed that well. At times the story feels very clunky and it's a slog to get through, and there will be chunks of episodes where it's just kind of boring, which is why I've had a hard time trying to complete it. We have 45 50-minute long episodes, but only about half of the episodes are really interesting. Now I don't think the show is terrible. There are some bright spots. I mean, for starters, it's much better than I thought it was. Oh, fuck. For starters, it's much better than I thought it was gonna be, because the very first trailer that released looked awful. I'm serious, the special effects looked like ass, it has stock sound effects in the background, it looked like a joke. So if you never watched the show because you saw this first trailer, I promise the show is better than the trailer. I also think the costumes look pretty good, and the cast for the most part is fine, but they aren't really given much to work with because the writing's pretty terrible. But the ones I like the most are Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. And the Doom Patrol, they're great. And come to think of it, out of all the episodes I've seen, they have the best episode. Their episode and the Jason Todd episode are my favorites so far. Now the first time I tried watching Titans years ago, I watched the first 2 episodes, then gave up. And then when Season 1 ended and Season 2 was about to premiere, just about everyone told me that the show gets better. That the first couple episodes are pretty rough, with the first one being one of the weakest. I took their word for it, and they weren't lying. Like I said, the Doom Patrol episode and the Jason Todd episode are really good. And the other episodes are better, I just don't think they're that much better. Which is a shame, because the show has characters that I like, and ones I would love to watch in a live action TV show, but to me, the execution just isn't that good. And ever since Season 2 has ended, I've heard very mixed things about it. I see people say that it's much better than Season 1, but I also see even more saying it's just as bad or if not worse. And a couple weeks ago, I put out a poll asking people if they're excited for Season 3, and the majority voted no with 69%. Although reading the comments, I saw a lot of people feeling the same way as me. They want to watch Titans because they like the characters, but they've already given up on it, and they want to get excited about Season 3 because they're doing their Red Hood. And the teaser looks pretty interesting. With Season 3 premiering in a month, I'm at a crossroads here. My goal is to at least finish Season 1 to see if I want to continue to Season 2. Maybe I'll wait till Season 3 is a couple episodes in so I can get some feedback, as well as check out some clips to see if I'm interested in it. And then I'll start watching Season 2 to get caught up to Season 3. We'll see what happens, who knows. Or maybe I should just watch Doom Patrol since everybody tells me that show is actually good. So if you ever wonder what my thoughts on Titans were, now you know. It's a pretty average to below average show with some bright spots, and one that I'm clearly conflicted on. That's gonna do it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, go and drop a like on it. And leave a comment, let me know. Do you like Titans? Is it a good show? Do you hate the show? Or you like me? Do you want to like the show? And how do you feel about Season 3? You looking forward to it? Also, if you're wondering why I'm not really watching the MCU shows, it's because I have HBO Max already, and Titans is already on HBO Max. So instead of paying for another subscription service, I'm just looking at the stuff that's on the ones I already have. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Coming soon.
I wish I was Drake Bell. You're the boss. Oh,